Hello everybody, this is me Johan here. As you guys know, Flipkart big shopping day sale is going on right now, and it will be there all the way till July the 19th, so that would be Thursday. For those of you who are finding it a little confusing as to what phone to buy, I've just written down a list of phones I thought will be great for you guys to purchase on discount. First phone on my list right now is the Moto X4, a 6GB RAM, 64GB variant. The original MRP is rupees 25,000, but you can get it on Flipkart for 18,000 rupees now. Buy the phone if you want an extremely good looking phone, a not so big display, 5.2 inches, good performance, stock Android, and if you're very particular about IP ratings, it's got an IP68 water rating as well. The second phone to keep in mind would be the Moto Z2 Play. This phone is technically not available for a discount right now. Flipkart has been selling this phone for 19,000 rupees for the past month or so. But the reason I'm mentioning it right now is it's an excellent phone, top-notch performance. It's just a Snapdragon 626 inside, but amazing performance. You get 4GB of RAM inside, 64GB of internal space. On top of it, you have an amazing AMOLED, Super AMOLED display manufactured by Samsung, and that's really going to enhance your usage of the phone, and good enough battery life as well. And this phone too is an unbelievably good looking phone, and you have the option of the Moto mods. In case you're not happy with your battery life, you can purchase a battery mod. In case you're not happy with your camera quality, you can purchase a camera mod, and so many other mods. The third phone to keep in mind would be the Moto Z2 Force. This is a highly underrated phone, and sometimes I do not understand why this phone is so underrated. I mean, come on, for 35,000 rupees, it offers similar performance to the OnePlus 5T and has an even better display. I mean, a higher resolution display, 1440p 2K screen. And now it's available for a 5,000 rupee discount. It's available for 30,000 rupees, and if you really want a powerful phone, it's got last year's Snapdragon 835, but it's still plenty powerful and beats all the other processors except the Snapdragon 845, which is just marginally, or just maybe around 25-30% quicker. So I think that's an amazing phone to buy for that price. Good looking phone, 2K screen, blazing fast performance, and again, you got the facility of putting on the Moto mods in case you're not satisfied with something. So for 30,000, that's a big thumbs up for me. The next phone to keep in mind would be the Honor 9i. This phone's got 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal space, and it's got a Kirin 659 processor inside. It's usually sold anywhere between 18 and 19,000 rupees, but now this is also on discount, and it's available for rupees 15,000, so that's about 2,000-3,000 rupees discount. Buy this phone if you want a decent set of cameras, the latest 18 by 9 aspect ratio screen. The bezels on that phone are very minimal. All the three Motorola phones I just mentioned previously have the old 16 by 9 aspect ratio screen. But if you want a modern day screen, you can go ahead with this phone. It's got the 18 by 9 aspect ratio screen. A decent LCD display, good enough performance, and decent battery life, I would say. So it's a decent buy for 15,000 rupees. I mean, especially on discount right now. For 15,000 rupees, this phone's a good buy. The next phone on my list is the Honor 10. It's got 6GB of RAM, 128GB of internal space, a beautiful looking phone, an all glass back display, extremely powerful internals. I mean, you got a Kirin 970 inside, so that's currently the most powerful chip used on all Huawei phones out there. So it's blazing fast, way faster than all the phones I just mentioned previously. If you want a beast of a performer, this phone's the way forward. Good set, like I said again, great set of cameras, amazing performance, good looking phone, and stellar battery life as well. So for 30,000 rupees, this is a very big thumbs up from my side. The next phone in my list is the Google Pixel 2. This is not the XL variant, this is the smaller variant. This is just called the Google Pixel 2. This is a 5-inch screen, a 1080p Super AMOLED panel, the same Snapdragon 835 processor inside, and basically the same internals, more or less. This phone usually sells for over 60,000 rupees, and it's currently available on Flipkart for just rupees 54,000. And why I recommend this right now is it's the 4GB RAM, 128GB variant. So you get enough of space as well. Keep in mind one thing, Google Pixel phones don't come with micro SD cards. So you're just going to be able to use the space that Google provide for you in the phones. So for 54,000 rupees, if you want a phone with the best cameras out there, with the most consistent performance out there, good enough screen, stereo speakers, and all-day battery life, and if you're very concerned about updates, you're going to get the latest and the greatest Android updates all the way till the end of 2020, probably till the end of 2020. For 54,000 rupees, this phone is a big thumbs up for me. The last phone in my list is the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2, which again comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal space. Well, this is a pretty big phone, and it's an extremely unique looking phone. It's got the same Snapdragon 835 used in the Google Pixel 2, an almost completely bezel-less screen, decent cameras, reasonable battery life, and amazing build quality. This phone usually sells for 30,000 and above rupees on Flipkart. It's currently available for rupees 28,000 on Flipkart, so that's about 2,000 to 3,000 rupees discount. If you want a phone with a reasonable set of cameras, good enough battery life, an extremely unique looking phone, and next, not to forget, extremely well built. And if you're okay with MIUI, MIUI is the software Xiaomi puts on top of Android. It's a skin that they use on top of Android. If you're okay with MIUI, this phone's a huge thumbs up from my side. So that's it for me today. I hope I made your purchase on Flipkart a lot easier. Also to note, there are additional buyback offers for each and every one of these phones I've just mentioned right now, along with up to 10% of instant discounts on some credit and debit cards. Once you guys decide on what phone to buy, I suggest you guys to look into that as well, so that you guys get an even further discount from what you're already getting right now. And just before signing off, if you guys really like the video, if you guys are interested in following me from here on, I'd suggest you guys to go and hit the subscribe button, and right after that I would suggest you guys to go and hit the notifications button. That's a bell icon, so you'll get notified of all the latest and greatest videos I put up on YouTube from now on. So I wish you guys a tremendous day ahead, and happy shopping.